Kieran, how do you assess it?
Look, it was a wonderful advert for the football club, especially the supporters, in terms of the atmosphere. I thought the atmosphere was incredible. I was so grateful for the support. I thought it was the best since I've been here, and it contributed to an incredibly intense game between two good sides, both being really positive and aggressive to try and win the game. So it was a difficult game, a well matched game, to be honest. Of course, we're disappointed because we were in a great position to get what would have been a really important win. So there's frustration at the moment, but look, we need to learn from the experience. It was a big game for the players, probably the biggest atmosphere, crowd that a lot of them have played in. And if we manage our emotions right, we'll be stronger for that experience, and we can use it for the second half of the season, because we want more big games to keep coming, and we want to stay in a good position where we're fighting for things. So yeah, it's important to manage that emotion now. It's important to reflect properly on the game as a group, be ready for the challenges ahead. Again, so grateful to supporters, and I just ask them to keep sticking with the team as they did today, because when we have that energy in the town and in the stadium that there was today, there's no doubt that this football club will get back to where it belongs with that energy. So yeah, we're disappointed. We'll lick our wounds. We'll look back at what we can do better on the equaliser, and we'll get ready for Oxford next week.
Was there quality on show in like a different way today? It might not have been the free-flowing moves and the clear-cut chances, but that was because it was two strong sides going head-to-head.
Yeah, and look, Plymouth Common marked us man-to-man all over the pitch. Were really, really physical, and the referee allowed it all to go early in the game, so that set the tone. So when the game's like that, there's never going to be settled spells of long possession. You've got 2v2, 1v1, 3v3 on half a pitch, so it's a kill or be killed situation, and it was that type of game. It was never able to settle. We didn't give them any time, they didn't give us any time. There was no overload apart from the goalkeeper. It was man-to-man all over the pitch. So it was hard to have any control. We just need to work on being more effective at converting those big situations into goals whenever a team goes man v man like that against us. So no, it was as you say, it wasn't a beautiful game, but it was incredibly intense. The atmosphere was fantastic. Credit to both sets of players, and we'll learn from the whole experience as well as what happened on the pitch.
What was the message at half time? It certainly looked like there was a real intent early on in the second half.
Yeah, it was. We expected them to, or we thought there was a good chance that it would come man to man, because they'd done it at their place, and they see that as the best way to stop us, and it's a positive strategy, so they deserve credit for that. But it's always a bit different, and it's not easy to get the breakthrough. But you also know that the opposition can tire doing that, and spaces will open up more as the game goes on. So we looked at a few things tactically, and then we knew it was just a case of digging deep. It was a really physical game. We knew that spaces would open up, and I think in the second half the spaces got bigger, and we got more opportunities to break through them. Of course, they had a big chance as well, but we got the goal, and we were in a great position to win the game, and we could have done better in terms of getting pressure on the ball late in the game, but at the same time we didn't really have any shots or chances against our goal, and of course there's a big deflection on a shot from a difficult position that gets them the equaliser. So there's frustration in that, there's things that we can do better in that, there's misfortune in that, but we'll learn from all of those things.
Wes's goal, what did you like about it?
That was a good strike. We know Wes is a really good finisher when you get him in the box. He's got a real threat. It was a nice bit of composure from Luke, I think, to pop it off to him, and he smashed it in. And look, it was again probably a game where it might not have been a perfect or beautiful goal. It was about building pressure and matching and going over their intensity, and I thought we'd done that at times in the second half, and we got the goal. And again, you have to give some credit to them. They've got a really strong bench. They were bringing on good players as well, and they were able to keep changing things and change formation and bring two fresh strikers in the pitch and push for an equaliser. And yeah, I think there's an element of it where you have to say that probably both teams deserve to get something out of the game.
You used the phrase putting pressure on the ball. Is that the main frustration from their equaliser?
No, it's not the main one. No, I think there's, you know, they changed shape and it was hard to get messages to the players, and we weren't quite able to get the pressure we wanted. But we have to deal with the ball in our box better. You know, there's going to be situations in a game where you have to defend your box, and we had the whole team there to do it. We're compact, we're all there, we need to be able to defend that situation better. So I think the frustration is around that situation. You know, we'd like to have been able to get more pressure for the last 10 minutes or whatever it was, but at the same time, you know, you have to be able to see things out in your penalty area better than that, and the defending to stop it coming in the box can be better, the blocking technique can be better, and the more right things you do, the less you're open to misfortune of it getting a big deflection and going in.
Good to see George Hurst make his debut. What did you make of his performance? And also hopefully Nathan Broadhead not too far away, just missed out of a bit of muscle tightness.
Yeah, George done well, give us fresh impetus, nice to get him on the pitch. I thought Freddie done well as well, to be fair. It was a really good battle, him and Scar on the front end of the pitch for us, and he gave us a good platform. And then George was able to come on with fresh legs and give us some good movement up there. Of course, in that last spell then we didn't have as much of the ball as we wanted. But no, good to get him on the pitch, get him going. It gives us a good player for the second half of the season, and we hope Nathan won't be too far behind. We're just managing him carefully because, you know, we want the short-term impact of a player of his quality, but he's also a short, medium and long-term investment for us as a club, and we need to make sure that we build him up in the right way and build his robustness, because if we do that, then the football club will have a really good player. Finally,
just a word on Marcus Stewart. I know that you met with him before the match, and great support for him all afternoon. This is his club.
Yeah, it really is. It was great to speak to him before the game. Not seen him for a while. It's an inspiration really on how positive he is, the way that he's dealing with a very difficult situation, him and his wife as well, who we managed to meet. So no, the positivity that they're showing within incredibly difficult circumstances is an inspiration for all of us really, and hopefully we can take and show some of that spirit in much less serious circumstances that we're battling for points on the football pitch.